Alright, folks. Me and my co-pilot are going to do a simple view. I'm going to start fresh. My target number is ID 334113. This is Travis Decker. I'm going to take a quick look at all that I got here. And I'm going to see what I can do. Hopefully my audio is okay. Yeah, I got to take a picture of it. So, wow. Phone's about to die, so this is going to be interesting. Anyways, here we go. So in this video, I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm going to erase everything. I'm going to listen to some good tunes, and I'm just going to let the energies flow. We'll see what happens. We'll see what I get. Hopefully something interesting will come out. I'm going to be looking at locations and energies, current mind state. I'm trying to figure out where he's going. Trying to figure out why he's going there, and I'm also trying to figure out if there's somebody helping him. So let me erase this, and you can watch me sit here and hum. And hopefully we get something good. Hopefully we get something substantial. My co-pilot will he'll keep an eye on me, make sure I'm not getting too far off track. So yes, hang tight. Let's see what happens. Current time, 9 o'clock. So Travis Decker. Current state, he's hungry and cool. So is it dark outside? Yeah, it is dark outside. So I'm not seeing a fire. Yeah, this is my other audio mic. I don't know. My current mic died. So Hopefully this works. I've got it cranked all the way up. Let me know if it stops working. So currently his feet are damp. He's got no fire, but it's kind of like he's covered, or he's got a wrapping of some kind. Wonder if he's got one of those space blankets. If that's what I'm looking at. Is it a space blanket? So he's got something on him that reflects heat. So it reflects heat. I'm pretty sure he's in Washington State. One of the things I did earlier was I was trying to locate him in between mountain ranges. So he's it felt like he was heading toward Canada, but he's between two volcanic peaks, or two peaks which I assume are volcanic. One's shorter than the other one's taller. One peak is northeast and the other peak is northwest. It's just he's kind of in between them, so I'm not really sure where he's at, but it does feel like Washington. It also feels like he's trying to loop around, instead of doing an obvious path to Canada. It feels like he's looping to the west, which is really hellacious territory. I mean, you're talking, Pacific Crest. That's a really rugged area. So he has what feels like it reflects heat. I mean, he's kind of wrapped up in it, which would explain why they can't find him on thermal. When I look at him, okay, so if I imagine I'm a thermal camera and I look at him right now, I see his eye sockets and I see heat coming off the sides and what looks like a mound with heat on it. It looks like a hot rock. So all you would see in the optics would be what looks like a shiny patch, and then heat from around the corner, which again looks like an animal den or something. Well, that's what it looks like in thermals. So, well, here, I'll just draw it out. So that's what I see. That's what I see when I look at him using thermal optics. And to top it off, whatever this reflective surface is goes over and past. So if I'm looking straight down, you see nothing. If I'm looking at an angle, this is all you see. And I don't know if that's his... I don't know why there's two patches. I mean, I don't think he's with somebody. Maybe that's his eye sockets. I don't know. A smartphone. So my co-pilot is kind of wondering if he's in possession of a smartphone or a burner phone. And if he's working with somebody, which I'll have to do an energy scan. If he's working with somebody, that makes sense. If somebody knew he was trying to go somewhere, that would make sense. Why would they need 20% battery life? I don't understand. I mean, if you have a smartphone, and you know you're going to be hoofing it through some absolutely terrible areas, wouldn't you have a battery pack? I mean, I'm not a survivalist, and I know nothing about, living in the wilds. But if I took off, I would have a battery pack with at least 3 days worth of juice for my phone. And the other thing is I wouldn't have a smartphone that was tied to me. And that's where the question is there more than one people or one person? So solar charger. All right, let's think about this. Was this a prepared event? Bug out bag. Yeah, so we did have a bug out bag. Extra gear. So yeah, I didn't even think about it. Smartphone, burner phone, battery pack. I'm sure he had all of that. He also had a way to charge it. But I don't think, again, the smartphone can't be tied to him. So if it is a phone, it's a burner phone. So he would be checking. I mean, you literally could, if even if it's a stupid phone, 5 times a day. If he turned it on 5 times a day, which he probably wouldn't, he'd probably do it once or twice a day. You could literally track that burner phone regardless. Alright, so he's so I don't know, maybe a small garden. So anyways, there's a house nearby. House with a wood shed, small garden, metal roof, blue. Okay. So there's a smaller house, metal roof, wood shed. I want to say it's cedar, but that'd be a stupid cedar roof. I can't imagine having a cedar roof over in that part of wherever the hell he's at. No, if you get a bug out bag, a small foldable, and you have electronics, a small foldable solar charger would work. You also have the option of doing the hand crank. Hand cranks are light. The question to ask would be the people who taught them. What did they put in their bug out bag? I know what I got in mine. I got fish hooks, matches, lighters, knives, saws, the little cord saw, band-aids, anti-radiation, the usual. So my bug out bag has the basics. I can't imagine carrying any more than 2 batteries, or even one battery would be enough, especially if you have a way to charge it. And again, a smartphone would just draw attention. That's why I said he's checking it maybe a couple times a day. But the minute it cycles on, it pings. And if you find the ping, you're going to find a very short on-off. So when it goes on, it's going to ping, and then he's going to shut it off after he gets whatever information that he's looking for. Why would he do that? What is he looking for? So he's passed by this house. I don't know if he went into it. Soups. So I think if they check their pantry, they're going to find the pantry's down a couple cans of soups and stuff. So canned goods, something that nobody would notice. No, I'm assuming the smartphone is a dumb phone. I'm also assuming that it's a burner phone. I mean, I could go get a burner phone. They're not hard to get. I'm assuming this guy is semi-intelligent and has covered his bases. I mean, he's got the training. I don't have the training. He has good training. So the thing about the state parks, he's also by repeater stations or towers. And I'm pretty sure you can spoof a tower by using tinfoil. If you block off the radio waves on one side of the phone, so only one tower picks up the signal, then you can literally spoof the tower to misdirect location. So, if he's that intelligent. He's got a lot on his mind right now. I mean, it's just all over the place. So I definitely don't think he's starving. I think he's just not eating a lot, if that makes sense. So the calorie count is low, but he's not starving, so. I wonder where this house is at. I know it's dry. So if he passed by this house, or this, whatever it is, I mean, is this occupied? Is this a cabin? What is this? Propane tank. So there's a propane tank. Okay, so that means what? That means delivery. So I think it's a cabin. I think this is like a hunter's cabin because it feels like there's no services, there's no power, there's no. Let's just call it a hunter's cabin. I don't think it's occupied. Feels like there's a generator there. I wanted to say that was a garden though, so that doesn't make sense. A hunter's cabin wouldn't have a garden. So maybe this is something else. Maybe this is. Feels like knitting. Wonder if this is fruit trees. Okay. So it kind of feels like fruit trees, or something to be protected, and the deer are ravenous. So I don't know what we got here. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the house and I'm looking at trying to see if there's any occupants in there. It's like I don't see anybody there now. It doesn't mean they're not there yesterday or the day before, but now there's nobody there. He's not there. He has nothing. I mean, he passing by went through. That's a done deal. But if I can find this cabin, then we have a location and a direction, because he went by it to get to wherever the hell he's going. They're older. And I say that lightly because I'm old too, so. But these people feel 65 to 70 maybe. So I don't know if it does feel like a guy and a girl, but it's mainly the guy that I'm feeling. So I just wonder if it's a cabin or if it's an actual house. It's not very big. Which county? Yeah, that's a tough one. See, um, I've been trying to find where they're at or the general location. Supposedly he went north out of Wenatchee, but to me it feels like he's kind of following the Pacific Crest Trail very loosely. It also feels like he's doubling back in a certain area. So I don't know if he's gone over into, I don't know, I haven't pulled up a map yet. Do a hot and cold over each county. I might do that. I might do a hot and cold over each county. I think on one of my later videos I'll do that. I'll do it two ways: a hot and cold over each county, and then I'll also do. I can't remember how many counties there are in that general area, so I was pretty successful the other night with the Euro Millions as far as getting the numbers. So I'll do the same technique: pull up X number of targets using AI, and then I will try to remote view the one target that he is in, and then the one target that he is heading to next. So it should be pretty easy. I just need to have a general idea of all the possible counties that he could be in and all the possible locations. I mean, we can fine tune it by having quadrants. Let's just say 50 quadrants in that general area. So yeah, if you want to set it up so that you give me a quadrant and just chop it up into however many pieces you want, then what I'll do is I will do the target. You pull up 50 AI descriptions, and then I will try to pick where he's at and the direction he's going. So that'd be two of the numbers of quadrants. So that would be quick and easy. Yeah, if you got 10 minutes the next day or two, just figure out how you want to do it, how you want to chop up the map, and then we do. I'll do a target. I'll do two targets: one where he's at currently, and one where he's going to, or is the next one. I don't know if I can add much more to this particular session. I'm trying to figure out. I mean, it's almost like he's on the move, and then he stops, and then he moves, and then he stops. So I don't know why. I don't know why would you do that. It's funny because it feels like there's a team nearby, and they're unaware that he's nearby, and he's unaware that they're nearby. So I'm not sure what they've got for equipment. But it definitely feels like there's somebody in the area that's nearby. I want to say it's 5 guys. I don't think they're hikers. I think they're there for a reason. But it feels like about 5 guys. Electronic package, computer. walkie-talkie with the long whip. Maybe it's a cell phone. So yeah, they got to be a part of the team. Anyways. "39 counties in Washington State, or is that in that region? How many in that region?" If you're going to look at this, look from Bend to, what is that, Falls, not Falls City, so Bend over to Cle Elum down to whatever town that is on I-90. Look from I-90 north, because to me it kind of feels like he's coming down and then heading back up to the coast, which doesn't make sense to me, because why would you do that? You would think that he would go north toward Okanagan. Okanagan is just wild country. I mean, it's easy to get across that border there. There's a lot of roads that would I just don't know what his end goal is. I mean, his energies and his emotions are just so fractured. It's hard for me to find an end goal. What's he doing? So Chelan County. All right, I'll give it a shot. Alright, according to my fingertip of doom, the hot and cold, it feels like he's in Chelan County. Now, I don't know how big Chelan County is, but it's definitely so I've known to be wrong on many occasions. So let's hope I'm not. But yeah, let's oh, that's not bad. You're talking Okanagan, Whatcom, Skagit, Snohomish, Kittias, Chelan, Douglas, yeah, that's wow. And Grant, we got to look at Grant too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. We need 9 targets, and I need to sit and do 9 targets to find out where he's at. That's not bad at all. I could do that blindfolded with one hand tied behind my back. All right. I wish I had more to add. I don't have any details that I can add to this or do anything, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I'll do I'll do that remote view like I was talking about, where I target where he's at exactly, using one of 9 targets, and we'll go from there. So that'll be for another day. So in the meantime, thank you very much. Thank you, Copilot, for being there. And let's catch this guy. And to the 5 guys that are out there wandering around, you are so close. It's like you're heading south and he's heading north or northwest. You guys are just like ships in the night, man. So, alright. I'm going to call it. Thanks, man.